The most important thing in chess, protect the king. Cause when he tip over, who go protect the queen? Even the tiny pieces hold a little bit of power. But once I get bored, your whole board get devoured. I never had respect for you cowards, it's time to go to war.
3 pawns walk into a war this week. None of them were invited. Think about what really happened here. Why everyone was still talking about purpose? Why the blog were still writing about Claressa Shields and her lawyer? 3 Momney quietly stepped into the same board. Meno, Youngbuck, and then Fairview Foreign opened his mouth and said the one thing everybody was already thinking but nobody has said out loud yet. 50 Cent is not beefing with any of these people. He is running a plan, and every single person who dropped in this week just paid for his ad. But here is what nobody is putting together. 50 Cent did not just throw his way through this week. He made a record, a real one, and in that record, he told you exactly who he is really going after, using the oldest plan in the world. That line was not for Meno. That line was not for Youngbuck. That line was not for Purpose. That line was for one person, and that person has not said a single word in March. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is not just a beef. It is a lesson in how to destroy someone without ever looking at them directly.
If he tried to use the nigga Max as a pawn, causing more division for the city, got us torn. It remind me of them battles I've been in behind the wall. I held it down inside them big yards, asked Fuquan. Staring in the mirror, see a killer in reflection. Don't let that go over your head, the dirty section. I came up from the 90s, we was throwing bullets, me and Gotti. Running from the Jake 1090, it is what it is. We gon' probably die the way we live. It's all about the numbers for these kids. No matter if it's lies, as long as they page is monetized. Cause on the internet the strong survive. Here's a toast, take a drink, champ. I pray that one day that we gon' meet, champ. These niggas going viral just to be stamped. The internet is doing what the streets can't. They do it for the algorithm, yeah.
To understand why 3 people walk into this trap in the same week, you have to understand how this whole thing started. And it did not start with Purpose. It did not start with Meno. It did not even start this year. This started with a versus battle that never happened. T.I. publicly called out 50 Cent for a versus. He said 50 was scared. He said 50 did not want the smoke. And for a moment, it looked like T.I. has won that fight without throwing a single punch. 50 Cent never agreed to the battle. T.I. stood there looking like the man who was not afraid. Then 50 Cent did what he always does when someone tried to embarrass him in public. He did not respond to the versus challenge. He went after T.I.'s family instead. He posted a bad photo of Tenny. He dragged T.I.'s sons, King and Domani, into it. And when King reacted, when T.I.'s old son stepped up, 50 Cent smiled, because now it was not just T.I. versus 50 Cent. Now it was a whole family at war with a machine. T.I. came out fighting. His son dropped this track. There was noise. There was heat. Then, almost as fast as it started, T.I. went quiet. His last public move in this beef was a diss track called Lesson that dropped in February 2026. That was over 3 weeks ago. Now, here is the part that changed everything. When T.I. went quiet, the door opened and 3 people walked through it thinking they were helping, thinking they were adding to the pressure, thinking they were part of something. Meno dropped in, Youngbuck dropped in, Fairview Foreign went on a rant, and every single one of them thought they were fighting 50 Cent. Hip Hop Uncover sees something very different. When I look at what happened this week, I did not see a beef getting bigger. I see a chessboard getting more crowded, and the more crowded it gets, the clearer it becomes. That only one person in this story knows exactly what game is being played, And that person is not any of the three who dropped in this week. Because what Meno did next without even knowing it is the single most embarrassing own goals in this entire story. To understand why three people
walk through your hood first, nigga. Walk through your hood first where you from, nigga. You won't play all these gay ass jokes and shit. Walk through your neighborhood and let's see how the folks treat you. And nigga can't even be, nigga can't even come through their hoods like you. You ready? You ready? Got more money than...
While the hip-hop world was watching, the proposed situation dies down. Three new fires started in the same week, and the internet treats each one like a separate story. Meno dropped a diss track, Young Bob went off on Instagram, Fevro Foreign went on a rant calling out 50 Cent for avoiding T.I. directly. Three different stories, three different headlines, three different channels, making three different videos, but Hip Hop Uncover sees one story, and the most embarrassing part of that story starts with a title. Meno named his diss track The Upgrading. Let's that set for a second. The same name as 50 Cent upcoming album, the name that 50 Cent has already been building, buzzing around before Meno ever stepped into a studio. Meno came to destroy 50 Cent and handed him free promotion in the title before anyone heard a single bar. You hear what he just said. The internet is doing what the street cannot. They do it for the upgrading. Meno said those words on a diss track called The Upgrading, aimed at a man whose album is called The Upgrading. Every person who searched for Meno diss track that week also saw 50 Cent album name. Every click, every stream, every share, all of it pointed straight back to 50 Cent rollout. Meno did not attach 50 Cent. Meno ran his street thing. People online went split. Half said Meno went crazy on this track. The half could not get past the title. Comments everywhere saying, wait, did he really name it after 50 Cent album? Is this a joke? But here is what Hip Hop Uncover thinks, and I want you to be clear because nobody else is saying this. This is not just about Meno making a mistake. This is about a pattern. This is what happens when you come for 50 Cent with feelings instead of a plan. You end up serving him every single time. Papoose did it with his diss track. Now Meno did it with his title. And Young Buck, the one person in the story who actually knew 50 Cent personally, made the same mistake in a complete different way. He let 50 Cent decide where the fight was, and Young Buck showed up on his birthday to fight 50 Cent.
Why y'all mad cause 50 Cent post me for? Y'all hate it. Y'all know I'm his #1 fan, and y'all mad cause he posted me, but I'm over here happy as a motherfucker. Fuck them damn booty shorts. I'm happy he posted me anyway.
I want you to think about how a chess player beats someone who does not know they are playing chess. It is actually very simple. You do not attack them directly. You create situations. You move pieces around them. You make them react to things that feel urgent, things that feel personal, things that make them step forward without thinking. And every time they step forward without thinking, they step into a trap you already set for them. That is exactly what happened to Young Buck this week. 50 Cent did not come at Young Buck with bad. He did not drop a diss track. He made one post. He said that Glorilla's sister could replace Young Buck in G Unit. One post meant to sting, meant to push, meant to make Young Buck feel like he has to respond. And Young Buck responded on his birthday, walking through his neighborhood on Instagram Live, daring 50 Cent to come outside without security. Now think about what just happened there. Young Buck spent his birthday proving himself to a man who was not even watching. 50 Cent made one Instagram post and went back to his life. Young Buck went live for his people, tried to show the world that he is still real, still standing, stay here, and 50 Cent responded by calling him broke, then posted this. She is happy, truly happy. Brilla has no idea she is not a celebration in this story. She is a weapon. 50 Cent did not post her because he liked her. He posted her to remind Young Buck and everyone watching that he has already moved on and replaced him. This is what happened in hip-hop when one person controls the story and everyone else is just reacting to it. We saw it with Dre and Meek Mill, and we saw it with Nicki and Cardi B. The person who controls the pace of this story always wins, no matter who has the better bars. Meek Mill has the real proof. He still lost because Dre controlled the pace. 50 Cent controlled the pace of this entire story. He decided when to post. He decided who to tag. He decided which way the conversation goes. And every person who reacts, Meno, Young Buck, Papoose, Brilla, they all become content for the machine. And Brilla smiled and said thank you. That is the plan. That is exactly how this works. And here is the bigger pattern that Hip Hop Uncover wants you to see, because this goes way beyond 50 Cent and Young Buck. But none of them paid a price as real as the one being paid by someone who never ever asked to be paid of this. I want
49 cents. Keep it up. I'm beginning all your little money that you got left that the bankruptcy didn't take. I'm gonna get the rest of that. All the power money, I'm gonna get it. Keep on lying, boy. Keep on lying. You're gonna get it.
Remember when hip hop beef stayed in music? Remember when the worst thing that could happen was one diss track answering another, and the fan got to decide who won based on the bars? When the beef was between the artists and nobody else got touched, those days are gone, and this will prove it in a way that is hard to ignore. Claressa Shields did not ask for any of this. She is not a rapper. She has no history with 50 Cent. She did not make a diss track. She did not post anything. She did not enter this story on her own. She entered it because she is Papo's partner, and in 50 Cent playbook, the people around the pond are just as useful as the pond itself. 50 Cent posted cheating stories. He named a man called Maserati Bird. He said things that Claressa had to come onto Instagram Live and spend her actual time defending, not training, not preparing for a fight, not doing the work that made her 2 times Olympic gold medalist, defending her name on social media because a rapper decided she was useful. And when Claressa came on that live, she did not sound like someone having a social media moment. She sounded like someone who had already made a decision before she pressed record. She did her research. She did not just threaten a lawsuit. She went after the 1 weak spot, the bankruptcy, the things 50 Cent spent years trying to make people forget. She found the wound and pressed directly on it. And in my opinion, that line right there is the moment this story stopped being hip-hop beef and become something else entirely. Something with real consequences, real lawyers, real money on the line, real stake that has nothing to do with who has better bars. Hip-hop Uncover has been watching hip-hop beef for a long time, and what this moment tells me about where the culture is right now is not good. We have moved from discards to lawsuit. We have moved from battle rap to bankruptcy threats. We have moved from the boss to the courtroom. And the person paying the highest price in this story is not Meno. It is not Young Buck. It is not Evil Papoose. It is a world champion boxer who trained her own life to be unknown for what she doesn't in a ring, and she is now spending her time on Instagram Live talking about ring camera footage and cheating stories and lawsuits. That is the real cost of this beef, and it falls on people who never choose to be on board. But before you decide how you feel about all of this, there is one more piece of this story. The piece that connects everything. The pieces that Hip Hop Uncover has been building towards since video 1. Because while all of this was happening, while 3 people fought and 1 woman lawyered up, the man whose war this actually is has been completely silent. Remember when hip hop beef, you're saying, looking at this whole situation, this whole beef going on between 50 Cent, T.I., Young Buck, Meno, has anyone noticed that T.I. have no response to this whole thing happening? I don't know, but T.I. have just remained silent. Since February, this guy have said nothing. Nothing. Not even saying a word to any of them. That nigga have said nothing. I'm watching. I'm watching because I'm going to dig out something. I'm going to dig out something very soon because this nigga, I don't know his plan. I don't just know his plan. His next move, because that silence means something. It means something. Tia last move in this beef was February. That is over 3 weeks ago. Think about everything that happened after that. Papoose dropped a diss track. Claressa Shields went live with a lawyer involved. Meno named his diss track after 50's album by accident. Young Boy spent his birthday on Instagram live walking through his neighborhood. Glorilla celebrates being used as a weapon without knowing it. Fevio Foreign, a man with no stake in this war, went on a public rant saying what everybody already knew, and T.I. posted nothing. Not one word about Papoose, not one word about Young Buck, not one word about Meno, not one word about Claressa, not one word about any of it. Search his page right now. Go ahead, look for anything T.I. posted in March 2026 about this beef, about these people, about the war that is being fought in his name. You will find nothing. Now here is what Hip Hop Uncover wants you to sit with. 3 people fought T.I. war this week. Meno used his album title, Young Buck used his birthday, Papoose used his marriage. All 3 of them pay a price, a real price, a price that followed them onto Instagram live, into legal meeting, and across birthday celebration that should have had nothing to do with 50 Cent. And the man whose versus challenge started all of this, watch every single moment of it from February. Now I want to give you the Hip Hop Uncover final verdict on what this whole story actually proved. This is not about who has better bars. This is not about street credibility. This is not even about the music anymore. What this story proved, what video 1 showed, and what this week confirmed is that in 2026 the most dangerous weapon in hip hop is not a diss track. It is a story, and the person who controls the story control everything. The views, the conversation, the album rollout, the legacy. 50 Cent does not need to win the beef. He needs the beef to keep going. Every week it continues. It's another week. The algorithm stay in the conversation. Every pause that step forward is another headline. Every lawsuit threat is another news cycle. And every time T.I. stays silent, 50 Cent gets to tell the story his way. But here is where it gets complicated, because T.I. silence could mean 2 very different things. It could mean T.I. is the smartest person in this story, sitting back watching 50 Cent expose himself, letting the pawn take the hit while he waits for the right moment to make one move that ends everything. Or it could mean T.I. is already known he lost, and the silence is not strategy. The silence is giving up. Hip Hop Uncover is not going to tell you which one is it, because that is your call. So here is the question this channel is putting to you directly today. Did T.I. send Papoose, Meno and Young Buck into a war he knew they could not win, using them as a shade while he figured out his next move? Or did they jump in on their own, out of loyalty, out of pride, out of wanting to be relevant, and pay a price that was never theirs to pay? 2 sides, no clear answer. Every person who watches this video has an opinion. Drop yours in the comments right now. And if you want to know what happened next in this story, because this is far from over, make sure you are subscribed to Hip Hop Uncovered, because the next video goes deeper than anything you have seen on this topic. We find something about T.I.'s next move that nobody is talking about yet, and that story drop in 2 days. Hip Hop Uncovered will go beneath it. T.I. last